Okay, 5:28. Let's get rolling. There's Jamie.
Things that happen in the production,
gotta get that cleared up.
Most of it is Handel's librettist suspending time and
Really?
taking all sorts
Okay.
of liberties with a plot full of gossip.
Ooh, Michael Jackson, baby. Roll it on, brother. Roll it. Oh man, what a talent. What a talent. Left too early. He's a weirdo, but man, what a talent. Thinks that I am the one. Hey, but that boy ain't my son. That wouldn't surprise me. Oh, my lens fogging up. This is a cool place. I wonder if anybody else got here before me.
Brace yourselves, everyone.
Seems awful quiet.
Awesome news. Dell has officially launched its annual Memorial Day event, and the deal.
Way at the end of this road is where the boat ramp is. I think you actually leave the park and then come back in it. What? I turned you off. Shut up. I don't want to hear about your store. I ain't got time for your store. Isn't this a cool drive? Cedars and oaks. Last time I was here, some boys, I don't remember who it was, fellas that joined us for the day. Maybe it was William. Bill, maybe. But driving an old pickup that has that spare tire latched up underneath it. Their tire fell off. It was right here in the road. God dog, man. Somebody hit that tire, it'd have wrecked their little car. I couldn't even got over it when I saw it. I don't remember what I was in. I guess I was in my truck. I think this is right. It's at the end of this road, maybe. This is going toward the primitive camping area. The other road goes out to the main lake. This should go all the way up. Like I said, I think it goes off property. It goes off the state park and then comes back in it. The state park hugs the river. There's the lake right out there. Windshield fogged up. What the deal? It's cool this morning. Cool is relative term. It means it's below 80. Humid as the dickens. Keep right. Okay, well, we're going to keep right, even though I don't know if that's right or not. It is right. Keep right. This looks vaguely familiar. Oh yeah, that circles back around. Yeah, this is the right way. See, there's your primitive camping area. Nobody there. It's hot this time of year. The best part of the camping in Texas is done in the winter. It is miserable in the summertime. Sorry about that, folks. I didn't realize the lens had fogged up again. It's a problem when you ride in a air-conditioned vehicle, then you open the windows and now that humid, warm air comes in, everything fogs up. Windshields, cameras, glasses, all of it. Warm, moist air, man. It just, I think this is right. I think this is the boat ramp. Yep. Yep, and they have done the improvements. Look, Jamie beat me here. That rascal. Oh, dog, man. I can't ever get in front of that guy. Look, there he is right there. Man, you must have had 60 miles further to drive and you can still beat me here. Already? Well, you got lost in the fog. This lens keeps fogging up on me. Any big ones? No. Nothing yet, huh? Oh, there's a snake. Look at there. That's how you start a day. With a snake crossing the river right in front of you. Ooh, that looks good. Nice color to it. That looks real good. That's just the way I remembered it, except there's lots of stuff on the trees. Last time we were here, it was wintertime. January. Jamie, catching fish. God dog. Boat's loaded. Jamie's headed up the river a little bit. Man, Dr. Pepper get loaded up on. Look at him. God, don't miss a beat, man. I didn't put my rubber boots on. At the very least, I need those. What? That might come in handy. Okay, now we're ready. Now I can get in my boat and float up river. Paddle up river, float, whatever. That water's nice and green. Got a nice color to it. Looks like bass fishing to me. Get my Dr. Pepper. Polish it off, get in there and go 5 minutes and need to pee. Man, this is one fancy boat ramp. Look at that big old spotter. Alright. Well, let's paddle a little bit. Go upstream. There's Jamo. Oh, I'm glad when he comes on a trip with me. Well, I know if there's fish in here. Bluegill fishes. Maybe we're supposed to go downstream. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I typically do. Looks like we got the whole river to ourselves. We'll find out today if that looks so bassy, if it is so bassy. You're seeing a lot of gar, huh? Oh, they'll ruin your line.
Yeah, I know. I already got a couple of them ruined here, just below the dam fishing.
Yeah. Just tie on some new tippet. Doubled up 12-pound test. Alright, we're going to start out with big bass fly number 20. I don't know how many of these things I've tied, but it's probably more than 20. Alright, that one does not sink very much. That may prove to be not good, but I'm assuming the fish are up near the surface anyway. Let's see. Let's hit it. I didn't realize this camera made so much noise. I can hear that noise. Maybe I'll do this. The boat's floating just about right. Just keep putting it right back in those holes as close as I can. Blop, just like that. Hope they come out and get it. I hope they're hanging off the edge a little bit. See, I may need something that sinks a little better. Boom. Oh, come on now. Oh, it did fall in the water. I didn't see it fall in the water. This type of fly, it does as much of its attracting as soon as it hits the water. So when you hit a spot like that, hit it a couple times, drop it in there, that gets their attention, then they come up and get it. Just like that. Come on, fishy, where are you? Where are you, fishy, fishy? This water looks good. Yeah, it's got decent clarity. For the fish, I ought to be able to see it. It's not muddy, that's the important thing. Don't like fishing muddy water. And with the Navasota River, you gotta be careful. Up this far, it's not, when you see all the rocks, you don't have the mud to contend with. I'm sure it turns muddy, but it clears up pretty quick. Boom, shakalaka, clear on the other side. Boy, I can hear the bees. There's either a swarm or a very active hive back in those woods someplace. It's a constant hum. Surprised I can't see them. I'll tell you what, let me boogie upstream. I've only got a limited amount of time. I gotta pull out of here about noon. Got an hour further to drive to get to Hillsboro. Need to be there at 2. Here we go. I'm gonna go upstream a little bit. See if the water clears up a little. It might. It's just a 3-mile paddle, so if I want to take it, I can do it in 20 minutes. I can typically do it in 20 minutes if I go straight through. Nice smooth water. Pretty feather. Look, it might have come off a heron. There's a heron. Big great blue heron. There's quite enough light yet. My polarized filter's messing with it. Big bird. I think David just got here. Well, that wasn't very good camera work, was it? I think I can smell those flowers over there. I don't know what they are. I've never seen that before. Go take a closer look. Oh, pretty cool looking, whatever they are. That side looks cool, man. That sun's hitting it just right. It's pretty wide up this far. I hear a lot of bees. Constant buzz back in the trees. Look at that. Perfectly clear sky. Chance of pop-up thunderstorms later on today, but not in the morning. I didn't check it on the map, but I think this place is about as far from my house as Somerville now. Yeah, I think it took a little over an hour to get here. There we go, there's some sun on the water. Making my sunglasses necessary. Useful. Buzzards up in the tree. Look at that, that's cool looking over there. Some kind of structure. Dragging my fly behind me, so I might catch something. Took out the sycamore tree. I think Fort Parker, I think the lake down there is actually a constant level lake. In other words, it doesn't hold back flood water. So if it did flood, it comes up and then it goes right back down, recedes like normal. This old boat moves so easily through the water. A couple of paddle strokes and you can coast. No wind to speak of this morning. This is much bigger than the A-wall at this point. There's another buzzard. Dang, things are everywhere. Ooh, something stinky. Probably dead fish. Birds are singing to beat the band. Probably a half-mile up and the water's already much clearer. You can see where you could see, you know, a foot deep. Now you can see 2. And I really expect it to get real clear as I get further up here. Alright, there's the first clear cut. I don't know, probably a pipeline goes through here. Can't hardly see something sitting low in this boat. Man, that's pretty. This is a very pleasant, very easy trip. You're starting to see the high rocks. They're not terribly high, but they are neat looking. And a good indication of what's underneath the water too. And a rock bluff. This is a pretty little park. Got some fish right in front of me. Probably a gar. See, oh look, there it comes. That's gonna be a carp. He's cruising the top. Yeah, big old carp. Hope you can see that. Got my polarizer on. Brought my polarizer so you can see through the water. I can't tell anything. Viewfinder on the back of this camera. This is my 530. Whoa, that thing will fall off if I turn it the wrong way. Man, I cannot tell squat. Oh, there's the reflection. There we go. Not much to see in the water at the moment. When the sunlight hits that, that's just cool. This whole shoreline looks good. Looks bassy to me. Got enough structure in here. Keep me interested for a long time. I'd be more enthusiastic if I was seeing some bass chasing. Either white bass or black bass. Typically that's what they do. Of course, it's a full moon. Moon was going down when I got up and left the house. It was low on the horizon. Big old orange thing. Doesn't that look bassy? Good Lord. That looks bassy. Rock shoreline, big timber laying in the water. That all looks just bassy to me, and the water just keeps getting clearer. There's another fish. You know, this might end up being my go-to place now. That it's, you know, it's Memorial Day weekend and there ain't nobody on this river. Got the whole thing to yourself. I would imagine that 90% of the year it's like this. I love fishing in the fall and in the winter. I'm starting to see a lot more surface activity now. Gar mostly, I'm sure, but a lot more fish up toward the top. Water clarity is really good. Look at that. You can't even tell how far down you can see now. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I was hoping for. Alright, there's the second clearing, and the bridge should be just around the corner, just around the bend. You can see that light spot up there. That's another clearing alongside the river. Alright, that's where I caught the white bass last time. There's some serious good looking bass water. Look at that cut over there. Doesn't that look fishy? There's another little creek coming in. Once again, I can hear the bees up in the trees. We're at the very tail end of the swarming season for the bees. Usually, once it gets warm, they stop doing that. There it is. There's the nice big clearing. There's a house up on top of that hill, I think, if I remember right. Used to be a sign there that said, "Do not trespass." It's all private property. Oak trees, I believe that's a redbud. There's a sycamore, another sycamore. I think, no, that's an ash tree. I believe that's ash. Very diverse. Very diverse. Pecan tree or hickory, they look a lot alike. Right there's where I finally found the fish on that January day. It turned cooler on us. We were right on the edge of a cold front. We didn't know if it was going to make it this far down. But I was catching white bass right here. Little ones, but still fun. Caught one big one further up. So this is probably well over halfway to the reunion, Confederate reunion grounds. I might as well paddle all the whole way. Seems like a good day to paddle. There's the bridge and the truck going over it. I think that second one's a railroad bridge, or maybe an old bridge. Alright, well, we're not far from the reunion grounds. It didn't take long. It's cool how that water reflects light up underneath that bridge. That's an old bridge pylon. Alright, it should start getting thinner up here shortly, if I remember right. Yep, there's a white bass, a big dead one. Wow. Ooh, there goes an owl, a barred owl. Well, that's cool. I kind of thought there might be white bass up in here all year long, because the lake is shallow and weedy. There's not really much of a living space for them up there, and white bass are more of a real open water lake fish or a river fish. They're at home in a river, so I suspect they're in here. So I'm not particularly going to use tactics that catch white bass, unless that turns out to be the fish that's biting. Oh, there's the first. That's a weir and a low water crossing, I think. Let's go take a closer look. Last time I came up, I thought it was a permanent barrier, but as you can see, it ends right there. You can go right around that end. But it is a structure worth fishing. It looks good, doesn't it? This is kind of swampy. Somebody living right on the river. A nice dock up here and everything. A couple of houses around this bend, I think. That one looks like it's been used a little bit more. Somebody's cut the grass. That's good. Most of these look like abandoned. Look like they've been abandoned. There goes some deer. Right along the edge. They don't know what to think of me, I guess. Well, I guess this place is not... doesn't see much traffic. Those deer were right along the edge. Oh, there's a house right there. Old one, beat up one. Ah, there's a new set of stairs. Nice little fishing camp. Well, that brings back memories. Makes me think of Michigan. Of course, a lot of things make me think of Michigan. That's nice. There's the bluffs they talk about. Looks neat, doesn't it? I don't know what kind of trees those are. Those little ones. Oh yeah, that water's got that nice dark appearance to it. Their reunion campgrounds are not much further up here. Now you can see several feet in this water. It doesn't have the muddy depth to it, you know. The further downriver you get, the more there is a layer of muddy water below the clear water. Now you don't have that. It's just clear all the way down. I hear more bees. They must be working those trees. Man, I can hear bees by the thousands. Huh. Oop, there goes a fishy. There goes another fishy. Should be just up there a little further. Oh, I love clear water. Love to fish clear water. Well, I have a really good idea that if there's a fish in there, you can see my fly. 8:49. I've spent most of the day paddling. This ain't wasted to me. I'd rather see this and, you know, catch fewer fish because I spend less time fishing. But to see this, it means a lot to me. There goes a gar. You can still barely see him. Ooh, doesn't that look pretty? You can see that very well, but there's a nice green sheen on top of the water. Algae. There's a place where something's crossing. Must be shallow right here. Where'd they be going? Actually, they're just coming down to the river to get a bite, or get a drink, I imagine. Alright, let's see. Is this it? Is this the end of the line? I know I'm getting close. Oh, this place is so pretty. So fishy looking. Those crows. Once again, I hear bees. And hummingbirds. That looks bassy. Well, there's my destination. I can hear moving water. Let's go take a look. Those are pylons of some sort. There used to be a bridge or a crossing here. Oh, I hear a lawnmower. I thought that was running water I heard. No, it's a lawnmower. What's that old water turkey doing? Seeing little fishies? Alright, we made it to the Reunion campground, or Confederate Reunion something grounds. It's a park. Well, now time to start fishing back. And a little big turtle, there he is. Look at that little tiny dude sitting way up on that. Ah, there comes David. He must have spent most of his time paddling up too. He's going to be using conventional gear, so he'll probably have better luck. I've been watching. The only thing chasing mine is little bass and a little sunfish. I think I got a catfish. Yeah, that's what it is. Oh, he nailed it right near that. Oh, it's a big one too. Oh, thank you very much. Come here. Come here, fishy, fishy. Come here, fishy, fishy. Look at that. Oh, lordy. There's a nice catfish to start the day. Quit that. Oh my goodness, that is a big old fat head. Nice fishy, fishy. How about that? Catfish to start my day. Took a lot of casting to catch this thing. Okay, folks. Mr. Kitty Kitty, thanks for coming. Goodbye. It's one of my recent ties. Good one. Go right by this stump. Right by that stone. Come on, fishy, fishy. Are you in there? You waiting for that turtle to go in there so you can eat him? Don't know. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. Oh, there we go. There's my first bass. It's a good one too. Pulled him right out of that tree. Oh yeah, nice fish. Nice bassy. Hanging right where he's supposed to be. Oh yeah, oh, hold on, fish. You're supposed to not do that when somebody has you by your jaw. Don't you know that? That is a fat little healthy fish. Small mouth. It's a largemouth bass, but you can tell how old the fish is by the shape and size of its mouth. That's a young fish that's growing at a very nice rate. Okay, well, you took all day to catch. Goodbye. Thanks for coming. Talk about close range. That fish hit it right at my boat. I got stuck on that log and I pulled myself over and I was right on top of it and that fish came up and killed it. That fish is hooked just like the last one. Little fat fish. Nice one. Well, the fish is getting good now. Goodbye. Alright, we're going to take a little break from the big bass bug, even though it's working. I see some brim beds over there, some sunfish bedded up right there. And I can see that there's some bigger sunfish hanging on the edge of it. So I'm going to catch me a few sunfish. There you go. I thought they were bigger than that. Went for the dragon. Actually, as soon as I dropped it in there, they started killing it. Oh boy, good thing I got my hemostats, huh? Okay, little sunfish. Good thing I don't need you for bait, huh? Good for you. I think there's brim beds all down this side. Let's see if there's any bigger ones in here somewhere. Well, folks, believe it or not, it's closing in on noon already. And that's my deadline for the day. So let me put the bass fly to action and do more paddling than fishing. It was good, pretty much like I expected. A lot of small bass I didn't pick up. Don's dragon works like magic. But I run out of time. Dadgummit. Just that rock shoreline. I mean, I love that rock shoreline. There goes a water turkey. Yeah, it is. It's all the way like this till you get close to the lake, then it drops off. There's a woodpecker up there somewhere. I saw him fly in there. Choom, there goes the water turkeys. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, well that's about right. 1 o'clock. I got an hour to drive, so I'm gonna have to boogie. Getting out of the boat ramp. That's always fun. Well, that is a very nice kayaking river. It's actually a big, long, thin lake because the river is, even though there is moving water, you can't tell. There's no noticeable current. The only way you know it's a moving river is as you go upriver, the water gets clearer, indicating that there's fresh water coming in. I've never fished the lake down here. I don't have time to fool with it today. Plus, it's in the 90s already. It's going to be a hot one, and I would much rather drive this little air-conditioned vehicle a couple 100 miles than fish in this anymore. That trip Saturday on the Brazos was brutal. It was hot, and today is supposed to be just like it. Got a chance for pop-up thunderstorms, but not a good one. So, we're just gonna boogie on to Hillsboro. Call it a day. A mimosa tree. Full bloom. Man, I heard more bees today. They're up in one or more of these trees. Oops, keep right. Gotta go around this way. One or more of these trees are blooming with something that the bees like, because you'd be going down the river and all of a sudden you'd start hearing bees, and they'd be up in the tree. You couldn't see them, but you sure as heck heard them. Lots of bees. That's a good sign. This is a neat little park. Good place to come if you want to get away from the crowds. And it's Memorial Day weekend, and we had the river to ourselves until we were coming back. So it was noontime before anybody else was on the river. Just us fishermen. All right. The rest of the day is driving, boring driving. That's not boring to me. I like driving this country roads. The back way into Hillsboro, because I get to go through all the farm country. All the corn and wheat and soybeans. It's neat to watch that grow. And I'm almost out of the park. Almost out of the park, and it's this way. Don't go that way, that's the park and the lake. If I had time, I'd show you. But I need to roll on down the road. Alright, well, thanks for watching, folks. Y'all be good. Bye. There's the ranger station. This is a very nice little state park. I don't know what their visitation is per year, but it is a really nice